So how are Vanu OP, according to me and internet? I will try to answer this question and debunk a couple of myths that players been propagating over the years, so without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, most glaring OP thing about Vanu is no bullet drop for most of its weapons. This can truly be overpowering factor in battle that is fought over long distance. I have found it extremely helpful that my semi-automatic rifles have no drop, and I can hit whatever I aim at. Even fully automatic weapons without this fire mode do benefit from this, and fighting Vanu on long distance will pretty much mean that you will lose. Another example of this is Sauron and Lancer. Both weapons have no drop, and Lancer especially almost have hit reg properties. Anyways, one thing really idiotic shits will say that Vanu ain't got no drop, so nerf sniper rifles now. Let me make this clear for you shits. Only bolt action and slug ammo weapons have drop, as well as tank primaries. So from now on, remember this. Another thing that most people will call OP, including me, is PPAs. See, I simply love my light PPA on sight, as it is simply the best farming weapon against infantry. Large clip and good AoE certainly makes this a fantastic weapon, but outside of infantry fighting, it's not really good. So there's a balance, I suppose. Though I still remember how OP PPA on MBT was, but since then it has been nerfed to the ground, unfortunately. Other than that, there is one more weapon that is simply perfect for suppressive fire. Lasher. Huge clip and AoE damage is perfect for giving cover fire and keeping enemies at bay, but calling it OP otherwise is dumb, as fire rate, projectile speed and damage from it is quite below average. So don't go expecting to win one-on-one fights most of the time. Now moving on, it used to be that there was this one thing that was extremely effective at dispensing hot plasma, the TheYamiks. Now I gotta say that even after nerfing Zoe ability, Vanu Max is still the superior one. See, since Vanu doesn't have bullet drop and Vanu Max actually plays the role of most accurate of all three, it becomes amazing at long distances. And even up close it shreds enemies just as good as TR or NC maxes. As anti-infantry role, VS has hands down the best max. As for anti-vehicular, well, it does lack a little bit. Though we still have vortexes, basically the same as Lancer, and that's useful on range, but when enemy is closer, comets of course deal more damage. But as I said, they are lacking. And moving on, we have another overpowering thing in Vanu's arsenal, and that's its main battle tank, Mag Rider. It's easy to use and can get almost anywhere, so with good movement it can simply outmaneuver any enemy tank. While its shots are not the strongest ones, with truly good pilot, this tank is simply the definition of OP. Now, besides the tank, there's one more thing I personally consider to be quite OP, and that's Vanu Infiltrator. And that is really for two reasons. Number one, Artemis with Silencer is simply not audible at all, so it's the most silent weapon in the whole game. And number two, we have Phase Shift. See, there are quite a lot of dipshits who think that this weapon is bad, and this only shows how misguided they are. First of all, it has no bullet drop or even charged shots. Then, of course, there are two fire modes and infinite fucking ammo. And best of all, with right trigger discipline, you don't need to reload. All this outperforms any bolt action or semi-automatic rifle. But before you go spouting your bullshit about projectile speed, remember that I have tested this. Yes, Phase Shift has a little bit slower muzzle velocity, but the difference between XM98 is really minimal. To be honest, you won't feel it. And it goes without saying, but it is my favorite weapon alongside with Artemis. And as a final thing, while it has been addressed, Vanu still possesses its default camo to be quite dark and not too colorful in comparison to other two factions, so it's harder to see Vanu soldiers in night, and they do blend in well with other two faction soldier crowds. I main on Infiltrator, and ever since day one I felt that playing this class was very easy, as enemies simply couldn't see me or just ignored me most of the time due to my default camo being so similar to other two. This truly is an advantage that Vanu possesses and can be called OP. So there, I most likely left out some other minor OP cases in weapon arsenal like Orion or Araxium version of it, or other ones, but those I consider to be really a minor advantage and not really worth talking much about. So in comments just tell me what I got wrong or right and so on and so forth, but know this, if you talk about face ship being shit, just get the fuck out of this video.